Just having an emergency operations plan is not enough. Exercising your jurisdiction's EOP is a practical and efficient way to identify both proficiencies and shortfalls in a plan. Exercising an EOP allows jurisdictions to assess the organization's capacity to establish a common testing procedure for their EOC, test emergency functions and the ability of personnel to effectively implement them, and analyze policies, plans, and procedures as they are put into motion during an incident. To coach rural jurisdictions through the testing phase of emergency operations planning, the RDPC is offering PER 294, Testing an Emergency Operations Plan in a Rural EOC. This 8-hour course, certified by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, is offered free of charge to qualifying rural jurisdictions.
The PER 294 course is testing emergency operations plans in rural EOCs. It enables you to focus on the core capabilities of an emergency operations center and examine how they function in comparison to what the emergency operation plan dictates for that community. It addresses some of the unique challenges for rural or lower population communities by addressing some of the needs they often have, like high volunteer rates, low staffing levels, oftentimes low budgets, or older resources, things that are very difficult for rural or lower population communities to address. It helps them to utilize those vulnerabilities and find ways to address those and make them strengths so that you can have a comprehensive exercise plan and address all of the needs of the EOP, even without some of the things that their urban counterparts have.
I came to PER 294. We're in the process of developing an emergency operations plan for our village. I am also the designated emergency management coordinator for the village of Hawthorne Woods. So being set into this position after just being a police chief, I thought that this would be an important lesson. We have a work group that we've put together that's working on producing our EOP, and along with that we'll work into using and managing and testing our EOC with that plan.
Participants in PER 294 will receive instruction about preparing an EOC for testing, the types of exercises they can utilize to test the EOP, how to develop an exercise that fits their environment, and how the plan is finally exercised and evaluated for improvements.
When the participants complete the PER 294 course, we're hoping that they take away with them a skill set on how to design an exercise program and conduct exercises that fit within the constraints of their rural or low population jurisdiction. We hope that they'll be able to now utilize their emergency operations plan as a baseline tool to test those core emergency operations center capabilities.
We recently experienced some flooding, and I think it's a good time at this point to look at our emergency procedures and plans along with the county's plans, and maybe fill in the gaps in areas where we maybe need to be doing some more work together and coordinating resources together, and make the plan overall better so all agencies that participate are on the same page.
Towns are mostly small here, but we're all really close to various interstate expressways, various rail lines, that sort of thing. So if something happens in one of these other towns, traffic quickly backs up, rivers back up, train traffic backs up, and the rest of the people upstream or downstream suffer the consequences. We all have on the outskirts here, the metropolitan area, small workforces. That's why we kind of band together to support each other and supply those manpower and other resources if any one of us needs that assistance.
I will take back the different steps that I'll need to create an appropriate scenario that will allow us to test our emergency operations plan using our emergency operations center.
In addition to developing an emergency operations plan, testing the plan prior to a disaster is the key that enables rural communities to begin an orderly and immediate response and recovery.
Incidents can happen at any time, and to be as prepared and as planned as possibly you can is ideal. And I think this really gives you the great instruction. It gives you a lot of material that you can actually use in order to incorporate all of that into your EOC, EOP as needed to, for all the various types of incidents that may occur. It's just a great learning tool. I think it's really opened some of our eyes to a few things that we're going to take back and discuss after we're all done with this and try to incorporate a lot of that.
I would recommend the PER 294 course to anybody that's in a role of doing any sort of emergency planning, whether you're in a fire department, police department, a hospital setting, county government, highway department, public works. We all, under an emergency, we all kind of fit into a same group where we're providing a service. And I think it's very important that we have our plans together on the same page to where we can best utilize resources and provide the best possible resources to people in our communities.
Prior to taking the PER 294 course, it's recommended that participants take the MGT 383 course to learn how to develop their emergency operations plans within a rural setting, as well as many of the general ICS courses that are offered by FEMA to help bring them up to speed for the response capabilities necessary within the exercises.
For more information on PER 294, testing an emergency operations plan in a rural EOC, visit www.ruraltraining.org or call 1-877-855-RDPC.